And getting the last of our firewood under cover for the winter. Yeah, I'm sure that's more than last year. About 1500 watts right now on our little grid tie solar array. Now I'll have to get that cleaned off greenhouse pretty soon. Our temporary shade cloth sprayed on. Tomatoes still growing in here. Middle of October. Got some pine trees I started from seeds. These tomato plants are like a year and a half old. Still producing. And we got about a little over 80 degrees. Feels awful warm in here. Probably to turn the fan on. And we got our cellar stocked with lots of potatoes and carrots and damp sand in that bin. It's about 7:30 a.m. on very damp, kind of foggy October morning. I was out feeding the chickens. Going in and out of the barn, I thought I heard the wind blowing, but I didn't feel anything. Nothing was moving. And then I guess I came and dumped some old dirty chicken water out away from the barn. I could hear it was coming from under the power lines. It sounded like a wind was blowing. So I just stepped out here to see what was going on. This is on the very north end of our property, and this is right under some high voltage transmission lines. I think I asked a power company one time, and they said there's about 176,000 volts running through here. But what's happening out here, the ground is just sizzling under these power lines. It's crazy. You're getting quite a bit of loss through here when it's a damp morning like this. The lines are just vibrating, and I suppose it's kind of conductive through the fog all the way to the ground. Really weird. I guess I can kind of see why a lot of stuff isn't growing underneath these power lines. You know, looks like there's a deer bed right there. Huh. But man, I don't know how safe that is being underneath these things. That power just going through here, it's crazy. I could hear this from over 100 yards away. I know off in this direction towards the east there's a housing development. I wonder how safe it is even living underneath that. I don't think I'd want to. There's got to be some kind of effect from these power lines on people. Well, it ended up being a beautiful fall day. I'm standing on the southeast corner of our property, looking up and down the power line. Sizzling has all stopped. As soon as the sun came out, it dried up within an hour and a half, and the sizzling kind of went away. But they must have been losing a lot of power, and when you get conditions like that, our house is over that direction, you can't see it. But I'm going to take a little walk to the east to take a look at that housing development and see exactly how close those houses are to this power line. So this is to the west, that's to the north, and then our place is over this direction, south of that power line. And just off here to the east is a housing development. Some of those houses are pretty close to that power line. I wonder if it was sizzling down there. I don't think I'd want to be in one of these houses down here. Look like they got even a trailer right there underneath the power line. This wasn't here a few years ago. This whole place wasn't here. When I bought our property, none of this was here. It was just woods and field. But that's what happens when you live in the outskirts. People start moving in and developing. It's an unregulated township, unorganized township, so you can do just about anything here. And somebody bought up, I think there was 10 or 15 acres here, and they put in all these rental units. I think that's what they are. Well, I got to get back to some productive work now.